We want to get through some of these segments so that we can get to the gauntlet and give you some time to talk about some cool stuff that you prepared for today's show, in addition to our normal outline. So I'll start with my L of the week. My L of the week, it's kind of a two-tiered loss. Nothing too major, but I made a mistake on an eBay listing on a Travis Etienne card. So it's football card selling season, as you may or may not have heard me say already recently, but it is officially football card selling season. I'll talk about this theme throughout the show today. And so I'm listing a bunch of my skill position player cards, one of them being Travis Etienne, the running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I listed a card without the serial number in the title of the listing and got an offer fairly shortly after I listed the card, which enabled me to then not be able to change the listing. So my thought was, this is an unfortunate scenario because I'm probably not going to get bids up to where this card should bid unless, especially if somebody notices that it's actually a serial numbered card. It's a little bit hard to find in the corner of the card. That's why I didn't see it. And I didn't want to mislist it with a serial number. So I didn't think it was serial numbered. I listed it just with the normal name of the card. It is a rookie patch auto, so it is somewhat of a nice card. And then just kind of playing this out. So that was the first tier of the L. Then the second tier of the L is I accepted an offer of $25. I think I could probably get a little bit more than that for this card, but maybe not a whole lot more because it's also the certified Panini brand, which is not like one of the more premier releases. It's kind of a lower end release at the beginning of the season. So I feel I'll take this offer at $25. Like that's okay. Kind of gets me my money back, maybe a little bit more. Well, the buyer hasn't paid. And we've talked about this before on the show. So that's the second tier of the L. And I just have to say very briefly, this is getting more annoying to me because when a buyer wins an auction, I believe they should have to pay for winning that auction because you have X amount of people that lost the auction. Mm-hmm. Especially though, when somebody makes an offer, like what are you doing making an offer and then not paying for it? Like, why are you making the offer? So I just think eBay has to do something about this. They have to somehow penalize people who make multiple offers and don't pay for that. If you have multiple items that have gone unpaid for, you should be penalized. Like eBay should deduct that money from your account, which they do for sellers. If a seller, like if I cancel an item, eBay deducts a fee from my account for canceling that item. So I think after a certain amount of times, they should deduct the money from your account and they should give it to the seller, or they should at least, penalize you in some other way. We've talked about this on the show briefly before, and I'm curious as to what the audience feels about this. So drop a comment below on the YouTube video or in the live chat. Let me know what you think, if this has happened to you one way or another as the buyer or the seller. So my L of the week is just a little bit, I guess, a couple little eBay blunders. One was my fault, but another one is like I should probably be able to update that listing if I want to. Like I should be able to update the title of a listing if I want to, if I made a mistake and left the serial number out. And now I could get saved in the end because like I could for free when the buyer doesn't pay for it, I can cancel and relist for free and add the serial number back in. So this could end up being my W of the week the next time that we talk. But right now it's the
if this is your W of the week in 3 weeks, we're struggling,
I know. I got to have a better one than that. So what's your L of the week, man? Do you have something to share with us on that front?
Well, first off, just card outside of cards, weird week for your boy. Like just super busy. Like a lot of people like pulling strings on me that I like wasn't kind of ready for. A lot of more like I already, like you have your normal stuff in the week that you're like, okay, blah blah blah, that's all gonna go. Especially for us that have normal jobs and card talk stuff, and so like we also Just Baseball partnered with Whatnot and Wild Cards, so it's like two of my things partnered with Whatnot to do a Whatnot break on Sunday, and it was awesome. But like it was way more entailed than I thought it was going to be. Like when we did loop, we just kind of jumped on. The camera was right there. There's not any customization. Like you just turn your camera on and list your things in the seller's page. Like that's it. Well, like on Whatnot, you can do so much more. Like, which is a great thing. I'm not. Hear me, like I'm not like pro loop or pro Whatnot. I'm just giving you my experience here. Like Whatnot has this like capability of adding OBS to it, which is what we've done for our other broadcasts for our Twitter and YouTube page. And so I had to like configure it into a 9x16 to make it like phone screen worthy and all this stuff. So it was a wild week of me trying to figure out what our broadcast was going to look like. And then we had like some staff things get in the way where it ended up I was the only one on the live. And so like I'm ripping and producing and doing comments and doing the random wheel and all this stuff. And it was just like, holy cow, this is wild. So finally got through that last night. So that was kind of my L of the week because it put a bunch on my plate. But I guess it kind of ended up being a win of the week too because we've made some good money on it, and that's like the break actually was successful and we made good margin on it. But that's my L of the week is just your boy was loaded, and I also had some eBay blunders. I also had one very similar to you. I opened Topps Chrome Bundesliga, which is a beautiful product. I got a hobby box for $70. And as I was opening the cards, I was like, holy cow, these cards are great looking. And so I ended up pulling a Silas Katampa Mavupa. Well, I probably butchered that name, but I ended up pulling his auto out of 299 or wait, out of 199. Saw one listed on eBay for like 200 bucks. I was like, oh, I'm in the green, my man. And just immediately like copied the listing like I told you I do, put my picture on there, same words, like $50 less than him. So literally but then I realized, oh snap, I did one that's available, not one that has sold. And so I was like, okay, crap, there's probably a very big margin because this product just came out. And so I'm sure that guy listed it for like way high, not knowing what the guy's market was. And I don't know the guy's market either. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I go to the sold listings, and the last one that sold was out of 99, so higher than mine, for like $70. So I was like, crap, okay, I got to go in and try to fix my auction or fix my buy it now here to where I can get it down below $70 so people don't like think I'm an idiot. And because I rushed it and did it wrong. Then I go on there, but while I was literally changing it, I get an offer. So then I can't change it. And so the offer was for like $25. And I was like, I can't change it. And it's just going to be up here forever. So I was like, what the heck? So I just took the $25. So it's listed at 250. Guy got it for $25. That's an L for me. I'm not sure where his market's at or not. I feel like it's an L. And then I ended up selling some other stuff on eBay this week too. So that was okay.
It feels like a little bit of an L, just the whole journey, and then getting to, and, but $25 when the box was 70, that's not horrible.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was like, dude, I'm gonna get enough money to go buy like 3 more. It'll be great.
Yeah, compared to what you thought it was, I think it's an L. So
yeah.
Listen, everybody, drop us your L of the week if you have one, or L of the month, or L of the year, or whatever. We'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments.
I'm gonna be counselors
throw it
here
in the live chat. That would be great. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify,
L. We're gonna have to do something with it.
Yeah, if you want to hit us up on Twitter at No Offseason Card at Lefty McKee, we'd love to hear your L of whatever time period you want it to be. But we've got